guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Attack on Titan. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 23 of season 4 of Attack on Titan. I feel like I've been humbled a lot. I was very firmly behind Eren. Granted, I didn't know his whole plan. I thought he had a great plan when I didn't know it. And then when I found out about it, I was like, no, yeah. I'm much like Armin and Jean and Mikasa in that moment when Armin realizes that all the walls have fallen. They're like elated because they're like, we won, we did it. And then they realize all the walls are down and that Eren is in fact going to kill everyone else that is not on parity. Now I was just like, well, he obviously wouldn't kill all the Eldians. He might go to Marley. And then I was like, wait, no, he specifically just said parity. And I understand that because he spent time in Liberio and heard nothing about the devils of parity. That's all he heard was nothing but that. And so he's just like, the entire world wants us dead. The entire world wants us dead. I don't know how we stop him. I don't know how we change his mind. I don't know if we can. Reiner pretty much was like, once the founder decides, that's it. But I'm like, what the hell does Reiner know about how the founder works? You know, like Zeke didn't even know exactly how the founder worked. Eren didn't know how the founder works. So it's like, you don't know until you have it. And you know, it was also interesting that we saw some of the pure Titans were still attacking people from Marley. And, you know, that means Zeke wasn't in control of them, that it was Eren. And, you know, we haven't seen Zeke since Eren has taken over and caused this. So we don't really know what's happening with him. I imagine he's in the coordinate and he's trying to like talk some sense into Eren. But I would think that Eren wouldn't want those pure Titans to accidentally eat his people. And it didn't seem like he cared that much about that. I think he was tunnel vision, so incredibly focused on the mission in hand, or he had a plan, which was, you know, oh, the scouts will save the people that matter and the people that don't, whatever, they'll get eaten. And we saw that Kaya almost got eaten. And if it wasn't for Gabi has had this roller coaster of like, I like her, I don't like her, I like her, I don't like her, I like her. And, you know, her saving Kaya and then Kaya essentially saving her by saying that she's my sister and Niccolo saying, I know how to fire the gun. I'm a prisoner of war. And, you know, like taking Gabi in and keeping her safe, even though they like presented her to the scouts, she's like, just give me Falco and, you know, we'll leave. You don't have to worry about us anymore. And realizing that Falco has been taken by Connie and like, her hearing about what happened to Connie's mother and that it happened 4 years ago. And she kind of just like realizes that a lot of this stuff that has occurred is because of Marley. And she even says, she's like, I'm so sorry. We lost Commander Pixis, not only becoming a pure Titan, but like, what a beautiful goodbye. Like Jean was giving and Armin gave to Pixis and like the little montage and how emotional that was. He's been with us for such a long time. And then for Keith to show up and to like grab the scouts. And even though they're like, you're alive, like it was like he had been beaten up and thrown in a cell. And he's like, put on your ODM gear. Like we're going to go handle this. And like having Keith like take command, I needed that because if we lost him and Pixis, I would just be like, what is this show doing? Like, it's just destroying everything. And I think that that's the point, is that like when you have so much anger from one side, you know, being Eren and wanting to protect his people, like that's ultimately what he wants to do, is protect his friends and the people he cares about by just destroying everything else. Is that a win? I don't think so. I mean, how do you even live with that? How do they then still see Eren in the same light? So I don't think anyone wins when we fight like this, obviously. Genocides happen, wars happen, you know, meaningless killing, people, innocent people die because they're caught in between things. And again, I don't know what the answer is, but I was like hoping people would like be like, okay, like, can we have the Island of Parity work for us? and, keep Titans with us, and, let's share some of this power. Send one of every Titan to every country that there is, so everybody has one. So everybody's like, I'm not saying give everybody a nuke, but essentially that's kind of what it is, and that way everyone feels like they're on even ground. I don't know if that'd work, because that Titan could die, and then boom, an Eldian pops up somewhere else, and then they're like, haha, we got one. So that's why I don't know what the answer is. It's probably just ashes and then finding a way to move on. I just don't want Eren to succeed in killing everybody, because like I said, like Gabi said, she's like, why doesn't he just want to destroy the military bases? Why does he want to eliminate everyone? And, there's so many people that have a prejudice and an anger towards the Eldians. Look at Gabi, where she just kept calling them devils. And then she's like, maybe I'm a devil. And Kaya's like, I almost stabbed you in the neck. I'm a devil. And Nicolo's like, I'm a devil. We all have a devil inside of us, which we do. We all have this, part of us that there's certain things that make our blood boil, that give us, just an uncontrollable rage. And, recognizing that, understanding it, not hating yourself because of it, and trying to control it. And that's just having emotional intelligence. It doesn't help that Gabi was force-fed this garbage. Well, I guess it wasn't garbage about the Eldians, because we got to see, King Fritz and what he did. But, that's not the people that we currently know. Yes, it happened in the past. Thinking that people are exactly the same now without really doing any research. You saw Reiner having a hard time because he's like, yeah, those devils, they're awful. They have compassion and care about each other and, are nice. What pieces of crap they are. Once he spent time with them, he couldn't reconcile this hatred that was towards them, because when they didn't even know their own history, there's no reason for them to have hate and anger and want to attack anybody else in the world. And the thing with Marley is that they so badly wanted to stop this thing from happening that they created it. So it's a monster of their own creation. Quite frankly, Marley's kind of getting what they deserve by seeing what's happening right now, but I don't want it to go as far as to destroy Marley and to destroy all the Eldians in Liberio and, people all over the world. That's not fair. That's not fair. What is fair? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. That's why, 1, I am not a politician. 2, no one is calling me and saying what do we do to end this war? I've been I don't know, be nice. Works for me. Anyway, guys, I'm excited to get into this episode because at the end of the last episode, Gabi was mentioning that Reiner's armor had fallen off, and when the walls came down, Eren essentially said, no more armor, but our girl Annie was encased in armor. And I'm pretty sure she probably also got the phone call from Eren, and then, her armor shattered. Which happened first? Her armor shattered, and then she got the phone call, I think. So if we don't start up with her and maybe Hitch in the little cave and I don't know, I think they might need to have a girl moment, and then I don't know. I don't know if Annie's the answer or a key to anything. She's an extra fighter. I don't know where to go from there with her. So guys, I'm excited to get into this episode. Let's see, we're almost at 10 minutes. So I'm gonna hurry up and get into this episode, because the more I think things out, I'll say something out loud and then I'll be like, well, that won't work, or that'll work. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just watch a show. So guys, let's go.
Keep it steady.
I'll get you to safety. Everything's gonna be okay, ma'am.
Oh, is that Louise?
Eren Yeager took my home from me. Everything's gone.
A few houses are a small price to pay. How dare you say that?
Yeah,
this
get
man
a
just
hold
lost
of yourselves.
His son. Who knows how many people died when the walls came down?
Exactly.
You can blame Eren Yeager for everyone we lost when the walls fell. But we know what would have happened to those people if the Titans hadn't been awakened. The invaders would have exterminated them along with everyone else on this island.
Equally
That's right.
true.
Eldian blood was spilled today so that the Eldian Empire could live on!
Oh, that is such a rough way to look at that. My God. I thought that was Louise, but it's
Grab
Hitch.
as much riot gear as you can pile onto these carts!
Understood!
Girl, you want to go check on Annie? Wherever she might be?
What are those lunatics in Shiganshina up to?
Oh, it's our girl. I say that like she's on our side. I have no idea. I don't know what Annie's going to be doing. Yeah, you might be the only person that can really talk to her right now. Easy, 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 Annie.
You make a sound. I slit your throat. Take off the jacket slowly.
Yeah, she kept you company, girl. Didn't expect that out of Hitch, did ya?
You're so weak it felt like someone's granny had gotten me in a chokehold. Too late.
Oh, she's gonna transform. Shit.
I already opened myself up. If you want to live, you'll have to do what I say. Now get off me.
She might still
I
be
don't
too
think
weak.
I will. If you can't take me in a fight, there's no way you have the energy to go Titan.
That's what I'm saying.
Drysa! Can you hear me?
Her name's Drysa Hitch.
I'm coming in!
Woo! I didn't expect. I thought I thought Hitch would be happy to see Annie, but I didn't expect him to fight. Sunset. Oh, imagine all this going down at night.
Looks like you're smarter than I gave you credit for. Shut up. It was torture having to hear you whine about your crap-tasted men.
She could hear.
How could you know what I was saying? Were you conscious that whole time?
The whole time?
For
Girl.
long years. It was like some hazy dream that wouldn't end.
Whoa.
My hardening came undone and I was on the floor, hearing Eren's voice in my head. Is he seriously doing what he said?
Oh, yeah.
Crushing the whole world flat?
Kind of like you did with that bug.
The only meaningful work I've done as a soldier is prying rubble off people and gathering corpses.
Wow.
Cleaning up after you and Eren.
That could create bitterness.
How does it feel? You've asked that a lot, and I've thought about it. About how little we'd thought about it before.
Well.
All we were ever praised for was how good we were at killing.
Valid, yeah, they were.
We were taught not to distinguish between soldiers and civilians. They were all just the enemy. We were atoning for the sins of the Eldian people, and working towards the goal of saving the world. No matter who we had to kill,
God, look at all of that.
We were justified.
Eren, you killed so many people.
The world wasn't worth saving. Not in my eyes.
That sounds like Annie, quite frankly.
My parents abandoned me when I was born.
What?
I was the product of my mother's affair with an Eldian man. They left me inside the gates of the internment zone.
And he took
A foreigner
her.
with Eldian blood found me there and took me in.
Her father. Oh.
He wanted to mold me into one of Marley's warriors, use me as his ticket to a better life.
Yikes.
Even in my earliest memories,
I thought
that
he
man
really
was
cared
already
about
beating
her.
the martial arts of his homeland into me. He said that becoming a warrior was the reason I was given life.
Oh my God.
And I paid him back for all the pain he'd caused me in the process.
Wow.
I gave him a limp that'll stay with him for the rest of his life.
Indeed, she did.
Now I know you can kill, he said, even unarmed.
My God.
I don't need to hear your entire life story.
Oh, Hitch.
I didn't need to hear about every failed relationship you've had in the past 4 years.
Fair.
It's not going to kill you to let me talk for a few minutes.
Fair.
I didn't see the value in any human life, including my own.
Wow. I get it, though.
Until that day. What day? The morning we set out, he fell to his knees and started apologizing. He said he didn't expect me to forgive him.
Yeah, I don't think she should.
And then, In that moment, I knew that we really were family. That when he looked at me,
Ugh,
he saw his daughter.
gross. He abused you your whole life. Man, still loving him after all of that is crazy.
If it would get me back to my dad, I'd do it all again.
Wow. I guess, man.
I don't think you'll have anything to go back to now but a corpse in the rubble.
I know.
Yeah, it's the fact that he's an abuser. If he dies, he dies. Sorry. I don't care.
Your home and family and everything you care for is about to be stomped flat!
Will they even listen?
You really expect me to believe a word out of your hellspawn mouths?
Nope.
You all had the same dream. You're putting on a show, aren't you? How long have you swine been planning this?
Oh my god.
As a matter of fact, this is beginning to feel like an admission of conspiracy. Round them all up!
My god.
Promise me you'll return. That's all I ask.
Am I supposed to feel bad for him? Because I don't.
The Jaegerists are taking over the fort. If they catch you, who knows what they'll do?
They're still doing that?
You should run for it before they find out you're here, sir.
It's fine. There isn't any place for me to go at this point.
I don't want to lose Keith.
The Jaegerists are gaining popular support. They're securing the island as we speak.
I don't think they're going to be as popular. Everyone seems to be mad at Aaron.
And I'm too old for exile. I don't want to have to shit outdoors on some lonely mountain.
We'd have been eaten alive if not for you, sir. We won't leave you now.
That's right. No matter what happens next, we'll fight to keep you safe.
Oh,
You damn fools.
they're loyal, Keith.
Keep your heads down. Do exactly as the Jaegerists say.
That's the only way?
I don't think
It is.
so.
Live long enough, and you'll get your chance to rebel.
That's what I'm saying right
In
there.
the meantime, do your best not to lose yourselves.
Oh, Keith.
Connie has too much of a lead now. There's nothing you could say if you did catch him. You really plan to ask him to give up on saving his mother.
Yeah.
You think that's right?
If I'm Connie, I'm not changing my mind
Yeah,
either.
I do.
Oh, Armin.
And even if I am bound to fail, I still have to do everything I possibly can to save Falco. Because if I don't, then Gabi will never come to trust us.
Very true.
If worse comes to worse, we could end up in another struggle for control of the Nine.
Very true.
Repeating the wars of the last 2,000 years. But
Very
on this
true.
tiny little island of ours.
Oh, Armin.
So what'll we do about Aaron?
What can you do right
How
now?
the hell should I know? Who says there's anything we can do?
Holy
Not
shit.
only are Hanji and the captain probably dead right now, but if we get on Flock's bad side, we might get to join them. Let's see
True.
what else. Oh right, Annie's probably back in action. And what's left of the military's chain of command has been shattered. It's in chaos. Also, his story is probably in danger right now. There's no point in worrying about Aaron. We can't stop him. He's a lost cause. Why can't you understand that?
She loves him.
Sorry.
Don't say sorry, hun. I think Armin needed to get that out.
If you were talking to Commander Ervin right now, there's no way he would have snapped at you like that. I guess we know for a fact now. Captain Levi saved the wrong person.
Is that
He should have
true?
chosen Ervin.
Is that what we just got out of that? I don't think so. I loved Ervin, but I think Armin was the right choice. He wants peace. He cares.
My scarf. It's gone.
Connie's a decent sort. I'm sure he'll hesitate.
Oh,
You should make it in time.
he's taking Gabi with him? Jeez.
Mia. Take care, okay?
Oh.
My name isn't actually Mia, you know. It's Gabi. Huh? That sounds so weird. Bet you wish your name was Mia.
That's sisterly right there. Get used to that.
See you, Kaya. Goodbye, Gabi.
I needed that hug, I think. Oh, God!
Put the gun down, Flock! Don't kill him!
Flock's doing this? You asshat.
He didn't seem to comprehend the situation he was in. But I
Who
think
do
I've
you
gotten
think
the
you
message across.
are?
Now these volunteers know what'll happen if they're mouthy.
Mouthy?
All right, people, listen up! 10 months back, I talked to Aaron, and he told me all about his plan to protect Eldia. He laid out every detail, right up to the moment we all witnessed, when he used the Founder's power. Whatever chance you thought you had of liberating your peoples and reviving your countries, you can give up on it now.
Oh my God.
You're beaten. Join us and we'll welcome you as full citizens of the new Eldian
Oh, he
Empire!
needs to be stopped.
Who the hell do you think you are? I'll die before I bow to the likes of...
Sean, do something.
To
Sean,
him,
please do
dignity
something.
was worth dying for. But if you're asking my opinion, you should just give in.
The hell, Flock?
4 years ago, all of us went through hell. But now, after suffering through so much, we finally earned our reward. Can you still not see it yourself?
Your reward is treating people like this? That's freedom?
You wanted to live the good life in the interior as an MP, right? Then go
Just
do
snap
it.
his neck.
You're one of Eldia's heroes.
I don't have to fight.
No, you don't. You can simply go back to being the old John. Be as annoying, selfish, and arrogant as you please.
Well, that's kind of rude.
Yeah, it is rude.
Do you know what happened to Captain Levi and Commander Hanji?
Oh boy.
They were killed by Zeke.
I don't think so. Oh my God.
Connie.
Oh, shit. I thought we were going to see Levi and Hanji.
We need to get as far from the south as we can. It's dangerous. With any luck, the hospital I'm taking you to will be able to treat your amnesia. I found you all by yourself collapsed on the ground. It's true, all right?
Connie, don't do this.
That's right. I've become a soldier.
Become a great soldier, okay, Connie? You'll be
Sorry,
everyone's
Connie.
protector.
Dad, Sonny, and Martin are gone. But Mom still has a chance.
I understand how he feels.
And now...
Thanks so much, Connie. You've really gone out of your way for me. I'm grateful.
It's nothing.
I'm lucky I was found by such a good person.
God.
But I need to get back south somehow. This Connie guy, I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
You have.
Still, if he doesn't know me, then maybe that's just my imagination.
Oh, Falco, you sweet summer child. Oh, Connie. It's not what Himmel would do.
Is there any real hope? Can these Titans be stopped?
I don't know. Only Aaron,
No.
I think, can stop them.
But still, we'll struggle against the inevitable for as long as we can.
Excuse me.
Hanji!
Whoa!
Whoa!
No need to eat me, okay?
Yeah, Jesus. Easy.
Oh, wondering who I've got over there? He's not a threat either. Honest. He's just a poor bastard who refuses to die.
Thank God. Oh, man. God, that was an emotional, 45 seconds. 45 seconds was an emotional 23 minutes. Holy trauma dump, Batman. Okay, do I blame Connie? No. It's been 4 years. He's had to see his mom in that condition. I don't blame him for wanting that. I thought when Falco said, I'm so grateful that somebody like you found me. Falco's a great kid. The best thing Falco can do is keep talking. Because the more he talks, the more it will be heavy on Connie. And I want to agree with Sasha's dad that that Connie isn't this person. And I don't think he necessarily is. And right now he's not faced with having to make that choice. But when he is, I'm hoping that he hesitates. I mean, I don't really know. I feel myself, it's so funny. I'm so torn because it's the same voice actor as Himmel the hero. And I'm it's not what Himmel would do. You know who's the purest heart that's closest to Himmel the hero? Armin. And I think he had all that pent-up rage and frustration because everything that he believed was literally crumbling in front of him. And for him to think that Erwin was the better choice, Erwin was a different choice. I don't know if it was better. I think that that's, one, impossible to ever say. It's just a different choice. And I feel like if Erwin had the colossal titan in him, there would be just pits and valleys in the earth because he would use that power, and it would be assured destruction with Erwin. I'm not saying that he's a madman and he's a killer, but he would use a weapon that he has. He will use his arsenal, whatever he has available to get the job done. He's a soldier that way. Armin has this heart, and it's full of compassion, and he's sweet, and he's kind, and he's determined. And, you know, I think he thinks having an emotional outburst means that he's weak. He's not. You can only take so much. And, you know, Mikasa not knowing what to do and to be lost, it's like she hasn't lived for herself in such a long time. You know, she promised Carla. You know, Eren saved her life, and so it awakened something in her, a power that she knew she had to protect him because he saved her. She promised Carla, and like this has been her mission ever since. And I don't know if it's her blood drawing that, or her genetics making her do that. I think it's her love for Eren. And she kind of doesn't know what to do faced with the idea of that the person that she wants to protect, that she cares about more than anything in this world, has left her behind. And I think he did that on purpose. You know, obviously it would have been hard to just have it be like, you're my friends and I care about you and I love you, by the way, or rumble rumble. Having them all hate him for one reason or another makes it much easier for them to turn away from him and leave him alone and allow him to do the thing that he wants to do. I think it is so noble of Armin to want to save Falco, to show Gabi that they do care about Falco, and to like, it's not just getting her on their side. He doesn't see her or Falco as a weapon to be used against another side. It's if you can see what we're about, and we want love and kindness and family, and we want everybody to live in harmony, then maybe you can help us. And if you agree with it and you can talk to those other Titans and other people about it, maybe they can also agree too, because it's just going to end up being the 9 Titans fighting each other all the time on parity. You know, if the whole world is eliminated, there's going to be people just continually fighting over these Titans. And we saw in the beginning, which I thought it was Louise because I hadn't seen Hitch in a hot second, which is funny because I was like, oh, Hitch will be in the basement and we'll be like, Annie. No, I didn't. I was like, oh, it's going to be a great reunion. The fact that Annie could hear them and she was awake and like a lot of times was alone, that is such a dark place to leave somebody in who is already coming from a dark place. So like Hitch finding her, I thought it was going to be a mildly happy reunion, but I forgot that like Hitch was really mad about what happened in Trust. I forgot where Annie and Eren had the fight where it revealed the Titan in the wall. But, you know, like Hitch was mad about that. And then she found out that Annie was the female Titan, and it kind of shook her world. And then she's like stuck down there in the basement. And, you know, like it's kind of like somebody being in a coma where you don't know if they can hear you or not. I think a lot of people, when they come out of comas, they say that they could hear it. What a horrible thing to feel like you're trapped. It's almost like I wanted to say the upside down. I forget what it is with the teacup and the ting. I can't remember what it's called. But I feel like it's kind of like that, where like it's so far away, but you can hear it and, you know, you can still feel it. But I mean, the fact that Annie couldn't change, she could barely fight Hitch, you know, and now Hitch is helping her escape. I mean, obviously Hitch really does care about her. The thing that just, somebody saving your life and taking you in when you were given up as a baby, as Annie was, and her father being the one that raised her, but raised her to be this broken person who, you know, is taught to be a killer and a fighter, and was only happy that like he succeeded in it and was just like, please come back to me. First of all, that's so gross. That is like an abuser's mentality of like having control over something. It's like, I need you back with me. I don't care about her father. No. Raising a child to be a warrior. Granted, like, that could have been his ticket out of there. If he had stuck with that and it was just like his mentality, then I'd have been like, yeah, like this guy needs to go. But emotionally manipulating her as like, to come back to me, like, sir, step back. And again, I don't know the whole story, but even that one part would be like, you're out of my life forever. I never want to see you again. If you die, I can't wait to read your obituary. Like, it will make me happy. And it's kind of a sick thing to say, but like, if you've ever been somebody who has been subjected to some form of abuse, like you feel that and you're just like, oh my God, girl, no. Like you can like find things to love about him, but like what he created in you is somebody who did not care about life. Human life, animal life, your own life. She does not care, and she would do it all again to get back to her dad. I don't even know if therapy would help her, really. Lobotomy. I mean, man, that poor girl, it's ingrained so deeply in her. It's hard because it's the one person that, like, when her parents gave her up, that, like, saved her life. I mean, I don't know what would have happened to her otherwise, but, it had to be better than what she received. But now we have Hitch with Annie, Armin in like pursuit of Falco and Connie with Gabi, which I was like, you know how like I have to like hearken it back to like the Chicago Bulls. Stay with me. Dennis Rodman. Wild, crazy, insane, just looked crazy, but boy, was he an important component to that team. Even when he played with the Pistons, still very much an important component to that team. And it's kind of like Draymond Green. I don't really keep up with basketball these days anymore, but like there's always that one player that like you don't want to play against, but you're so happy he's on your team. Like Brad Marchand. Like I'm going to hockey now because they just play in such a way that's so aggressive, and they're such an important part to the team that they're there to annoy everybody else, or they're there to be the one that gets in somebody's face, and they're there for the fight, and they're there for, like, oh, you're gonna push our goalie? I don't think so, and so there's always an important key player to every team. And Gabi feels that way for me, that I'm like, when she saves Kaya and Sasha's family, oh my gosh, I'm so happy she's on her side. When she blows off Aaron's head, I'm like, dear God, like, I wish she were on our side. When she kills Sasha, I'm like, I hate you. I hope you die. And like, so like, that's that roller coaster of Gabi where it's just like, if she were on our side, essentially, I don't want to say that she's like Aaron, because she's not like Aaron. Aaron was not programmed to do this. Even though he had foresight and could see the future, but like he was not a programmed fighter. His mother very much wanted to keep him out of the fight, to where Gabi has been very much put in the fight. And just imagine if that happened to Aaron. Imagine if he was born in Liberio. Like, he would be an absolute monster. Gabi. So like, I like kind of like, I don't know what to think. I hope Connie ends up okay out of this. I hope Falco lives. I hope Gabi is able to at least talk to Connie about everything. I hope Armin can get through to him. I don't know if Hitch and Annie are going to run into them at all. I don't know what happens with Aaron. I don't know what Mikas is doing. I mean, Hanji's alive. We saw Levi because he just won't die. God. When she grabbed him and jumped into the river, I was like, he's alive. When Flock wanted to like check his pulse, I was like, dude's alive. Devastating to see. Anytime you see like them like stiff and like their teeth just, I'm like, oh God, dead. Yeah. My boy's alive. But they're with Peek and McGath, which I don't really know if that's a good thing or not. I worry about McGath in that situation, but like Hanji's like really good at like surveying the scenario and like figuring it out, which is why Erwin trusted her as much as he did. Yeah, like Levi being alive has my heart racing. And knowing it, just having it confirmed. I never doubted it, except when I saw his fingers get blown off and, his face. I don't know if he'll be mobile. I don't know if he'll be able to fight. I don't know if time passes and everyone's dead and we come back and, Levi can finally, kill Flock. But Flock is out of control. There's one thing to be loyal to the fight and to have a steely resolve. And there's another thing to let it go completely to your head and act the way he's acting. It's too much. It's over the top. When he says that to Jean, I'm like, Jean, just pull out a knife and gut him from groin to chin. As somebody who's just like, I don't like killing. I'm just like, except that guy. I don't know how to stop Flock. The easiest thing to do in an animated form when people die left and right and slicey dicey, whatever, is just be like, just kill him. Honestly, in real life, somebody that's like that is so cartoonish. It's funny that I'm watching a cartoon and I'm saying that, which is exactly my point, is that it's almost too much to see them as a real person. So therefore, it's okay if you kill them. It's okay for me to say that. But if it's a real person in real life, I'm just like, what do we do? Like, how do we get through to this person? Isn't that the question? How do you get through to an insane man-mad that wants to rule the world? I mean, he's so loyal to Aaron and the Jaegerists and the movement and seeing Eldia restored that, like, he's willing to just outright murder in cold blood. It's so hard because I understand that they're Marleyans. I understand the oppression of Eldia. I also understand where Marley is coming from with the history of Eldians. Do you blame people now for the history of the people that came before them? No. How do you fix that? I don't know. Get to know them. Don't be a dick. Flock is just an absolute asshole, and he definitely represents a group of people in even modern society that just really don't think outside. Like, there's no scope to their vision. It's very tunnel vision, and they refuse to deviate or learn new information and evolve and allow that scope to get bigger. And what's sad is that, like, a lot of times those people, like, get into a position of power, or they're a leader, or they are, head of a movement, and there's no sustainability. Like, the longevity of it cannot survive. And at some point he will meet his end, or he will meet the end of the mission, the end of this movement, and kind of just be like, wait, what happened? And it's just like, yeah, you have to evolve. You can't just remain the same and expect everyone else who's changing around you to, like, see things the way you do. I try to understand Flock, which is sad because I do. And I know if Flock were standing in front of me, he would never take the opportunity to understand me and what I'm trying to say. So that's where it's the rock and a hard place, where it's kind of like the, what is it? The incredible force meets the immovable object. Is like, I'm willing to see things from his point of view and his perspective and understand him and sympathize for sure, but I will never agree with it. To where he is like, gun to my head, you will agree with it or you're dead. And it's easy to say when it's not true, but, like, go ahead and shoot. Like, go ahead. Like, I'm never going to get through to this person. This person's never going to understand. And I'm never going to side with what they want because of that narrow point of view. I mean, I feel like I'm on a soapbox. Wow, I'm at 54 minutes, something like that. I'm going to have to wrap this one up. I'm trying to make sure that I got everything between Flock, Jean, and Mikasa. At least Mikasa was, like, asking about Hanji and Levi, which means that, like, she might be on a mission to find them. I still have no idea what's happening with Aaron, but I do know that everyone that's affected by the walls coming down, their homes coming down, the Titans, marching, that Aaron killed thousands of people. I mean, I can't even imagine how many people died just in that. How many people are going to die when they cross the sea? Like, he could have essentially just taken out all of humanity. It's not just like the Eldians. Like, how many people did he just kill? There weren't that many to begin with. So like you're now telling me that like there's probably like what, like 100,000 people left to populate parity in the entire world? That's not sustainable. That's not going to work. So I don't know what the right answer is, and I still have so many characters to catch up with because we haven't spoken or seen Zeke. We don't know what's going on with Historia. We need to catch up with Aaron and just be like, hey, bro, what you thinking? What's going on up there? You want to talk? Want to have a little chit-chat? We can just try to bring him down. I mean, I don't know what the correct answer is, and I'm like, maybe Aaron has to die as well in order to stop him from, continuing this. I would like to think that we could get through to him some way, somehow. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know. I hold out hope. I'm always hopeful. I'm the Armin of the group where I'm so full of hope. And I am not naturally a positive person, but I don't really live in a negative headspace either. So when I say things is like, Aaron's actions have humbled me so greatly that I'm like, yeah, no, I was wrong. I still have hope that he'll choose differently. You know what I mean? Like, I would hope that maybe Flock would come to his senses. There's nothing showing me that that's going to change. Hasn't flinched one bit. He's very firmly eyeing the prize. But I would hope that maybe something would happen. He sees Levi and gets scared and shits his pants and everyone laughs at him and he's run out of town. Didn't have to die. Maybe inside, but not in real life. Anyway, guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction of this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 4 episodes early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What did you think about this episode? It was quite the trauma dump, I'm not going to lie. And from beginning to end, it was story. Great episode. I liked this episode a lot. Sunset. Yes, the sun is setting. So, I mean, I don't even know what the next episode is, but it's going to be nighttime. And maybe we have to, put up camp and Connie and Falco get to know each other a little bit better. I mean, if Falco remembers Connie, because Connie's not equipped to fight. Well, I mean, Falco doesn't really know how to control the Jaw Titan, but I don't know what to do about that scenario. I can't wait. I'm going to watch the next episode. You guys have to wait, but I think the way these are coming out, if this is on YouTube currently, the next episode will be up tomorrow. And then after that one, next Monday. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of delaying it because I know everyone's like, put out more episodes. And I'm like, yeah, but then it's over. I've already got Farscape ending, which, having that end is really, really emotionally hard on me. I'm coming to the end of the current season of Doctor Who that I'm watching, and I never know if there's a regeneration coming or not. So I'm kind of already pre-grieving that. This show is ending. Thank God I have Freeman back that, I can just get my little hits of dopamine because I haven't even started watching the new season of Scrubs because I'm kind of torn of whether or not I'm going to do reactions for Patreon for that or not. But I know I need to watch it because I know it'll make me happy. So anyway, guys, I'm mourning and grieving a lot. So that's the only reason why I'm not rushing through these episodes is because I want to enjoy them for as long as possible. So with that being said, come back here tomorrow for the next episode. And in the meantime, guys, I'll see ya.